A lot of people know that I was born with a disability, but a lot of people don't know the story behind the glove. I started wearing this glove in middle school. I was used to the looks. Middle school, that kids started making fun of me. So this is the first time I am taking my glove off in front of people. I've hit myself, and I can't anymore. I really can't. I remember making that video, uploaded it to YouTube, I closed my laptop. Like, I don't care what happens, I'm just gonna avoid it. And I woke up to being on the front page of YouTube, on the front page of Reddit, and all over the internet. Washington Post picked it up, and just everyone ran with it. This is me. It's a part of me. It's something I have to learn to fully accept. And I guess you do too. Rudin, and I was born with 2 fingers on my left hand and a shorter left arm. I never even thought that there was other people like me. I accepted that I was different and I was broken. I accepted that I was less than. I never needed to stop. I texted my dad, I'm like, hey, I need a glove. And he would go to the store to get me one because I wouldn't leave the house. I refused. But prosthetic arm, which is almost impossible to get, that I would take my glove off and I would show the world. Since my last post, I have been invited to be on a TV show hosted by the
Take my glove off and show people my disability. I'm here for every kid that's afraid of being different, every kid that's afraid of the way they look or the way they are. I'm here to show that it's possible, and I hope every kid in America knows limitations are self-imposed.
Great job. Thank you.
To look back, the kid who was ashamed to be in front of everyone, to being on magazine covers, being on billboards with The Rock, a guy who used to play with his action figures and speaking all around the world, making a book, breaking a world record in deadlifting over 650 pounds with one hand against non-disabled people. All of that is amazing, but every day I get to have a moment of, hey, I'm more than my circumstance, is the best feeling in the world. Super early this morning, but it's time to head to NubAbility. NubAbility is a nonprofit organization that teaches kids with limb differences how to play organized sports. I'm really excited to meet the kids, to see how the camp is. I never really had any of this growing up, so it'll be fun. How you doing?
When you think of the word overcomer, it's every single person in this room.
What I really love about NubAbility, fishing, basketball, football, every sport you could imagine, even lifting weights, but more than just the sports, it's the opportunity or amputation might present.
Snag it.
Oh, that's right, man. Good hustle. Go.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I got to see you. Are you fishing? Yes. Bonding with the next generation makes me feel impactful. It makes me feel like I'm serving that I have, but the struggles that everyone else faces. You can reel up the line a little bit. Come on, you gotta know we're gonna catch fish.
Mr. Chris is awesome, kind, sweet, nice to others. Is one of my most favorite people in the world.
Got it. Reel it in.
And the most funnest one I've ever met.
Boom. Boom. That's a catfish. Good job. One more time. All the way down. Chest up, knees out. Up. Good job.
Good job.
I'm stretching. What I was really teaching them is unwavering confidence. Up. Let's go. The ability to be resilient and the ability to adapt for any circumstance. The most fulfilling moment today was definitely watching this guy who was definitely taken aback by like everything. He deadlifted for the first time in his life, and he was emotional. He was definitely emotional. And timid to confident. I love that light bulb moment that took me 17 years to happen. It takes them a few minutes.
Look at you doing pose.
Because in hiding, you'll never discover who you actually are. All you will be is a carbon copy of everyone else, other people, and the world doesn't have any of you.
Good job.
So why rob the world and the next generation of the potential and the reach and the impact that you can be by being yourself? Like a person who's not broken. And the biggest moment of feeling seen was when I looked at my mirror and I wasn't ashamed of what I saw anymore. Is regardless of what life throws at you, there's always a way to make it to the top.
I like camp. I like camp because it has people that teach me that are the same. Like I have a nub and they have a nub.
If I had this growing up, I feel like I would be a completely different person in the best way possible. I love being a part of this.
Kids should definitely come to camp.
Ready, set, go!
No, I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. No, and I don't need to. I take a breath and breathe through all the stress and evil. We're all just different people. Stop making up excuses. You don't wanna challenge me, fool. Step onto the court and watch how fast I take the lead, dude. With speed too, NubAbility is the crew. Sam Cooner reaching heights that no one else has ever reached to, because he never quit trying to thread the needle. And when he steps up to the mound, you know he's pitching heat. Woo! I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose. Up in NubAbility, athletics and agility. Welcome to the camp of perseverance and tranquility. We believe that you can be anything you have the will to be. Believe in yourself, in any competition you'll defeat. You could become a legend, like Bo Jackson or Pistol Pete. And should you take a loss, you gotta brush it off and still compete. Keep building your talents day and night, and even in your sleep. Dreams become reality if you reach within, go really deep. I have no excuses, I don't need to always on repeat. No matter what the challenge be, just don't give up and never cheat. Sam Cooner never did, cause giving up is too easy. I'm happy that he didn't, cause he found it NubAbility. A camp where we make friends who never limit capabilities. And if you're feeling shy, I hope our coaches make you feel it ease, or help bring out your inner beast. I hope you really feel this beat. I give it all I got, and I'm bringing all my energy. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
about to interview you. Let's see here.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Going well. All of our videos stopped working there for a second, so let me see what's going on here. We're moving this one. Let's see if this works.
You got enough of those, Mrs. Captain?
Oh, down the mountain. It's in the mountain. You got it? Yeah, I got it.
Good job, buddy. Good job, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Let's go. Good job. Got him on the boat.
All right, guys, we are back here. Let me move this. We are back here for Giving Tuesday stream. We are not ultimate goal of raising $14,000 today. We're trying to serve as many kids as we can. We just got some board members, new board member Richard Ramsey. Nike is going to match his donation. So Nike's coming on board to sponsor NubAbility in here. Nike believes in us. We want you guys to too. I've got the amazing honor of welcoming one of my good friends. I've known him since a little younger. Stopped in their house, had heard from one of our interns, JC Baker, that she had a little cousin who had a limb difference, and Miss Kinley. And man, she stole my heart right away, and the family has stolen my heart. I love both of them. Love Justin and Brittany and the whole family. They all bring everything they have to NubAbility. They were our 2022 Family of the Year. We can't wait to see what we do in 2023, and we're going to start with a snow goose hunt with NubAbility out March 4th through 5th in Swiftton, Arkansas, with Snows Unlimited, and the best goose caller I have ever. Justin Simmons, who's also one of our NubAbility dads. So, Justin, welcome to our live stream.
Thanks, Sam. Good to be here, buddy.
We went all out. I got the calls. They're not going to sound as good as you, so I'm not. But we've been dressing up all day. We've had anything from football helmets on to cowboy hats. We are $9,500 away from our ultimate goal on Giving Tuesday of $14,000. We're going to get there. We still have 7 hours to go. I believe in our donors and our sponsors. I believe in everybody. So we're really excited, man. Let's start with kind of share your experience with raising a limb different daughter, or whenever Kinley was first born and you learned that she had a limb difference.
When we first found out about Kinley having a limb difference, my wife Brittany was probably 3 or 4 months pregnant, and we found out through ultrasound that was the case. And obviously there's a lot of fears and emotions and worries in that, but to be honest with you, we haven't had to experience any of that after Kinley came into the world. She's not shown any difference or weakness compared to anybody else. She can do anything anybody else can do, and we've learned that. She's actually taught us as parents, that she doesn't hold back on anything. She's not ever going to hold back. So it's really been a roller coaster ride more as parents than it has for our child. She's overcome every obstacle she's ever been faced with and exceeded extravagantly. It's been amazing to watch her go through it.
Outdoors woman, she's absolutely killing it out there, man. Now, I'm guessing that was kind of bred into her from you.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good part of it. She definitely shares a passion for the outdoors that I have. And that's an awesome feeling to have. And, to be able to share that with one of your kids is just amazing. And to see her overcome the obstacles as being an outdoorsman, hunter, fisher, or the outdoors in general. She doesn't show any weakness or any fear. She finds a way to do it. She gets it done. She's an avid deer hunter. She got into waterfowl hunting here a couple years ago. She is the only 8-year-old that I know of that will sit in a deer stand all day long without a heater and 20-degree temperatures and not complain and actually be quiet and still be, be successful, whether she, gets her animal or not. It's awesome to get to experience that with her.
Man, and I'll tell you, she is a dead eye shot. I mean, I have not seen a better shot at 8 years old. She sees better than me, and I'm 30 years old, Justice.
She does a good job. It comes with a lot of practice and hard work, and honestly, and it's not just a dad thing. She's really a natural at it. She's got the knack for it, and makes it that much easier for her. So it's awesome to watch again.
Justin, what can you remember when you first through your mind when we first met? I know JC had probably kind of talked to you guys about us a little bit, but I just kind of want to go back to that day, the day when your daughter first met another limb different person.
By the time Kinley was old enough to realize that, she met another limb different person, I mean, when you came to the house, and I mean, I had no reservations about, what you told us or what you shared with us or what your goal was to do with not only Kinley, but all the other kids that you've touched and been a big major part of their life with your organization. But watching her grow up through the years and go to the camps, even before she was, really big enough to participate, and watching the camps go on, and then finally reaching the age of being able to participate in sports and outdoor activities and all these different events. I keep going back to the same thing, but again, it's nothing short of amazing, and not just with my child. Kinley's been involved with it since she's been old enough to, but watching all the other kids at all these different events and camps, and even the ones that we can't attend due to work and life schedules, but going back and watching the videos and the smiles on these faces of the kids learning that they can really overcome, and they're not different. They're not any different than anybody else. And they can be looked at in the same light, and they can compete just the same as anybody else. Again, is absolutely amazing, and that can be instilled in them even when they have so much doubt or so much fear, and they figure out how to overcome that and what tools they need to do that. And most of them really don't have the fear. They're gun driven, and they're ready to go. They want to know how to do it, and they you lead by example, and the kids follow, and it works.
So often, Justin, we get so many parents reaching out who are kind of hesitant to sign their kids up for our programming because into sports, or maybe they never played sports before. But that's why we created NubAbility opportunities to go out into nature and to learn a sport that they can continue on until the good Lord calls them home. How important is it, as a parent, for these opportunities to?
It's same as of the utmost importance. I can't think of anything personally myself more important than getting your child into sports and activities. It starts off as fun and just learning how to do basic fundamental things, but can lead to junior high and high school tournaments, and competing at higher levels than what anybody, including that child, may thought they'd been able to participate in or compete in. Up to college or even professional. There's, a lot of people don't think that there's that many professional people that participate in mainstream sports or outdoor activities, and really there are. That is a critical part, in my opinion, in the tender and most impressionable years of children and the youth, when you allow them to come in. What is it, at 5 years old, 6 years old, when they start to actually, is it 4?
Yes, sir.
So those impressionable years where they get to start learning and experiencing that from the get-go, from the start. They don't have to wait until they're 8, 9, 10 years old and actually trying to compete at a higher level than where they're really at. They can start from the beginning, and that's the best medicine for it, in my opinion.
What do you feel like, has been the most rewarding with getting Kinley out into nature and getting her into the outdoors? What do you feel like she's learned from it all, and maybe taken and been able to apply to other areas of her life?
One thing, especially with Kinley, that I love watching with her is she has learned well beyond her years patience and appreciation for the outdoors and respect for the sport, whatever it is, that we're hunting or fishing for, and just being able to take in the view and watch the animals. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first started taking her deer hunting at 4 years old, we'd take her iPad with her and we'd sit in the stand. But the more we did that, the less she'd want to pay attention to the iPad, and she'd put it down, and she'd be watching the deer or be watching nothing and looking for them. Patience is one of the bigger things that she's really picked up on, that isn't only going to help her in hunting or outdoors, it's going to help her in life. Um, you know, Good things are worth waiting for. And she experienced that here, last weekend, and showed me that she could do that and persevere through, um, you know, what was seemingly going to be a short hunt in the beginning. And, a little mishap happened. She sat the rest of the weekend undeterred, again in the cold with no heater, and never complained, and waited till the last 5 minutes, whether she was going to be successful or not. And she had ended up being successful in the very last 5 minutes of the season. Um, that's awesome to be able to watch your kid go through that. It's a proud dad moment, to say the least.
I would say, one thing I've been really impressed with is the fact that she can let all of those deer pass because she wants that big one. Me, at her age, man, I'm shooting the first thing that walks so I can get out the stand and go home. I can only sit still for so long.
Kinley gets something in her head, or she wants to work at something, that's what she's going to do. And she's learned that through the years. And, I have to give NubAbility a pat on the back, because, me as a father, or Brittany as her mom, or our family members, nobody can do it by themselves. It literally takes a village, and NubAbility has been a big part of that with Kinley, from a young, tender age of 4 years old. And I'm fortunate enough that she's been able to take it all in and get to experience it. And it's been a blessing.
Let's jump in and talk about this snow goose hunt coming up, man. I know that we just had our first one this past year. We had, I think, 5 kids signed up, but only 2 ended up being able to come. And they killed 54. Was it 54 geese?
I think it was 54, yeah.
54 geese in 2 days. In hunting, we learn how to harvest the animal and how to fully harvest it. So there's no cruelty to it. The one thing I will say that I really enjoyed this year about that experience was us not only, but how to process that animal and to learn how to use every bit of that animal that we can for the meat. I feel like that's something that's lost among a lot of young hunters today. It gets to be too much versus the meat. How important do you feel like it is for that variable for the kids to learn how to not only harvest the meat, but how to then
that's everything to do with hunting or fishing. It's not just taking the animal and living that thrill and the experience of it. Wanting waste is a real thing, and there's a lot of people that do that. And something I'm a firm believer in is if you're gonna take an animal, you utilize it to the best of your ability. And wild game isn't for everybody, but still processing the animal, and there's plenty of people that like that, or even on the donation side of it, that love to have that stuff. So making sure it gets to where it needs to be, and be utilized properly is very important to learn from the young age of when these kids are coming out and hunting. Or a lot of these kids, or the 2 that ended up coming, it was, I believe, some of their first times hunting, and if not hunting, especially snow geese hunting like that. So it was a different experience. But like I said, from harvesting the animal and bringing it back to the camp or the lodge, and everybody breaking it down, and actually the kids getting involved and doing it and seeing what's happening, that's a very important factor, Sam.
And one of the things I loved last year, Justin, that came from the snow goose hunt was one of the older camper, Trent, who had lost his arm in an ATV accident. I think it was like less than a year. from the experience, which is just crazy. With that, had not shown his nub since his accident, and you know as well as I do, in order to clean an animal, you got to roll up the sleeves to use the nub. And he pulled the nub out of the sock, and it was the first time. And I remember just seeing his dad tearing up. And I thought that was, the goose harvest, the hunt with the kids was awesome, but that was the moment for me that really stood out the most. Was there a moment for you that stood out in that hunting experience this past year more than that?
Sam, there was probably too many to even talk of. I caught myself multiple times while trying to pay attention to the birds when we had them working, and the callers and all the electronics and everything going on. And I caught myself, just looking and watching. And like you said, Trent was a little bit, I don't want to say reserved in the beginning, but he was a little more held back. But by the end of the first day, you could tell he was really starting to lighten up. And the second day, he was all in, and he picked it up. I think he had a great time. I know he had a great time. Everybody had a great time. But between Trent and Mason they both independently got to shoot their own birds that nobody got to shoot. They did it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
We figured out what we had to do to adapt and overcome, so they got that experience when the opportunity presented itself. And seeing one of the things that stood out to me, again, it's not just the harvest, but that those kids actually got to see, feel, hear, and experience that they did it on their own. There's actually a video. I know I shared it with you. My voice even cracked a little bit whenever I screamed, "Hey, Mason, you got him, bud." And the same thing with Trent. That was just the rush of emotions in that, and getting to be fortunate enough to help and watch that and see it go on was it's borderline tearjerker.
All back with Snows Unlimited. Is it game that was like the closest town?
You cut out a little bit there, Sam.
Where Snows Unlimited is? Can you hear me?
How? I can hear you now.
Swift in Arkansas.
We're in. That's where we were last year. We're going to be real close to the same area. We're still in northeastern Arkansas. We're real close to Jonesboro. We're right in the flyway between the Cache and the Bayou de View. So we're right in the mainstream of where we need to be for the birds. And Sam, you're one that can vouch, and we've got some videos. There was multiple times that there was up to and even over 1 million birds plus in the field just next to us, and getting to watch that many birds come over and even start to work and come down in groups of, not just tens or hundreds, but thousands or even tens of thousands. It's a great experience. And if you've never hunted before, just to even go and experience something like that, and to hear and to feel everything, and to have that experience, it's mind blowing. And it can, in my opinion, if you've never hunted before in your life, it's worth a shot just to go and see if you like it. You won't be forced to shoot if you don't want to shoot. If you just want to sit and watch, hey, that's great. We can do that. We'll make sure you still have a good time. Try to make everybody as comfortable as possible. We keep heaters in there. We're running blinds instead of pits with being down in Arkansas. But they're the A-frames we put together. They're 40 foot long. We had at one point, 12 or 13 people in the blind when you guys come down to hunt, and everybody was comfortable, had room. We got dogs to go out, getting to watch the dogs work, and there's a lot of different aspects to it that really makes it nice. But yeah, we're in the northeast corner of Arkansas, and we're going to be lodged a little bit closer this year than we were last year. We had about a 25, maybe 30-minute drive from the lodge last year to get to the field. We're looking to be a lot closer than that, so it'll make it easier start up and stop time.
Yeah, and I talked with James Frecking. Really excited for him to welcome us back and want our kids back with Snows Unlimited this year, to the point where we're gonna try and rent out that entire lodge. So It's $50 a person. So, you can't beat that. And it looks like it's a legitimate house. Can you kind of describe the lodge a little bit more and kind of describe the whole hunting experience? What can they expect in a day snow goose hunting?
So today we're going to get up in the morning. Typically, if everybody gets up early enough, the one thing we're going to have different this year that I just learned from James, one of our hunters that came down last year, is an excellent cook. He's an older gentleman, but he's volunteered to come down this year and cook for us, which is awesome. So it will make things a lot easier. So we'll get up in the morning. On the mornings we have breakfast. We'll try to get everybody served, whatever breakfast we got. We'll get up. We'll get everybody out to the field. I'm typically out there and have everything set up in the blind. That way, when I get everybody in the blind and situated, I'll go over, the rules, the do's and don'ts, make sure everybody understands what's going on. Safety's obviously number one. Want to make sure everybody has a fun time, but it's also safe and there are no incidents with anything. And then when the sun comes up, the birds start flying. We're ready to get everybody on and start shooting. We'll go through the hunt through the day. If sometimes we get a lull in the middle of the day of the birds flying, so we'll go get lunch, or we'll have guys bring out lunch, or if I've got the stuff there and the weather permits, I may cook something out there. Always, good idea to bring snacks and some drinks and stuff. But we do our best to accommodate, the best we can within reason, make sure everybody has a good time, is comfortable. We're not going to let anybody go hungry. There's always plenty there. And then at the end of the day, we gather all the birds up and, we get some pictures. We go back to lodge, we clean the birds. What's going to be a little bit different this year, we'll actually have a little bit of time or a little bit more time to sit down and relax and enjoy a dinner after a long day of sitting out there and hunting, and be able to eat after we get sounds like dinner for the most part is going to be ready for us most days when we get back. Come back, relax, and get ready to, have some fellowship and enjoy some talk and share stories and go to bed and get up and do it the next day.
That's awesome, man. I love that. It's going to be basically all people are paying for is their travel. And of course, our policy is apply and receive with scholarships.
Absolutely.
Found out the other day, 76% of all of our did you hear that?
I heard 76% and it cut out after that.
76% of all of our campers in 2022 were on some sort of scholarship.
That's awesome. And the NubAbility and is able to do that, and all the people that are willing to give to share that experience and give that experience to the kids, that's awesome. And that's where it comes from, and that's what it takes. And what I said earlier, when it takes a village, it literally takes everybody, that can to put in, and every little bit helps. It doesn't matter if you can only give $1. $1 goes to that. I mean, it doesn't go for personal gain. It's all to make sure these kids have the best experience that they possibly can in all this.
And today, that dollar goes a little bit further, because on Giving Tuesday, the Southern Illinois Community Foundation that NubAbility is a part of is actually increasing every donation. So anytime there's a donation made, it's going to be increased. Now, we don't know exactly what that percentage looks like, but it will be increased in the amount. So everybody's dollar goes a little bit further today to help the kids. So, and
that's awesome.
The sticker pack with the wristband for anybody who donates. We also have a NubAbility Outdoors t-shirt for anybody who donates. We've got the koozie that is only for this hour. So anybody who donates between now and 6 o'clock, no matter what amount you do, you get a nice NubAbility koozie. It's very good for your holding your duck calls and other, other areas. No, we definitely, man, I can't thank you enough for all you've done for NubAbility. What would you tell a parent right now? Because I'm sure we have had some who've never been to any of our camps, or the kids are maybe too young. What would you tell?
If you have any fears or reservations, cast them away. You don't need them. You can get on, and there's so many people you can reach out to. You can reach out to Sam. I'm on the NubAbility page as a friend. I mean, you can, look these people up, and anybody I'm sure that's already in it would be more than willing to share their story and their experience. And there's just nothing greater than to sit back and watch it. And all the parents, when we go to these camps and different events, it's like a big family. Um, Nobody should have any reason to be scared of family, and that's really what NubAbility is. NubAbility is a big family that loves each other and cares about each other. And there's obstacles that everybody's had to overcome at camps. We've had DuQuoin flood out. What was it, last year?
Yeah.
I mean, we figure out a way to make it work. Everybody wants to pitch in and help. And that's awesome. And that's another big part of what it takes. Even, volunteers that aren't technically volunteers just jump in and want to do something. And then that's part of what it takes to make this experience great for everybody.
And I'll tell you, from my perception, it was really humbling and kind of crazy to see that the camp goes on the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that means the world to me, that there's so much heart into this. So many people want to try and for everything, but it's not just us. It's Southern Illinois. It's the coaches. It's made this possible. And I guess what would your message be to those donors today? What would that message from a dad who's experienced NubAbility, who's seen his child grow through NubAbility, what would they give to NubAbility today?
You cut out in the last 2 seconds, buddy. I couldn't.
Oh, why should a donor give to NubAbility today?
Why not? There's a lot of donations and charities out there, and there's a lot of good and reputable ones. But if you're in any position to give anything at all, I can tell you personally, from the years I've been a part of NubAbility, every one of these coaches in all the different aspects of sports, the outdoors, the archery, whatever it is, these coaches give 150% at a minimum. They donate their own time, and they come from all over the country. And they're taken care of, to make sure the kids are taken care of. There's absolutely no reason that I could think of that it wouldn't be worth giving to this. Lack of better words, I mean, I think it's one of the better organizations and foundations that you can donate to, because you're getting to watch the smiles. You can literally go back on Facebook, or you can come yourself and watch. You don't even have to be a part of NubAbility. You can come and watch the events and see what's going on and see what happens with these kids and how happy it makes them, and what the obstacles they get to overcome that they may not get to do on their own. To me, there's just no better option than NubAbility.
That's awesome, man. So you personally don't have the nub that Kinley does, but I'm sure as a dad, you've got to experience her prankster side. What is the funniest moment that you can remember? Done.
Funniest moment in something. I lost you again.
The funniest thing that Kinley has done with having a nub, whether it was a prank or a situation, what is the funniest moment?
Well, her papa always tells her, tell it. Somebody asks where your nub went, tell them you lost it in a Mexican knife fight or something like that. But she likes to go around and be funny, and she'll pull her nub out, and she's got a little button on the end of her nub, and it's more cute than it is funny. But just the confidence she has in it, she can take and move her nub in and out, and she doesn't care. It doesn't bother her. She, when I guess one of the funniest things as a baby, we actually had Kinley fitted for a prosthetic when she was months old. By the time we got it back and fitted, and actually to where it fit her right, she was probably closer to a year. And the first thing she did was take that prosthetic, and she walked over to her toy box, or went over to her toy box, and it went to the bottom of it, covered up with all her toys, and she left it out. And anytime I would bring that out or clean out her toy box and showed it to her, she'd start screaming and run across the floor. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. She wanted to do it on her own. So
I love that. Can we expect Kinley at Goose Camp this year?
Kinley may be able to make it down this year. I know last year was a little hectic, but I plan on bringing my camper down this year to make sure. If biggest thing is we got to figure out a way to talk Brittany into making the 3.5 hour drive. She doesn't like driving by herself, but I'm sure I can probably figure out a way to make that happen, and I look forward to having her down.
Do it for me, Brittany. Bring my.
Even if Dad's got to make a trip back up to get her, we'll figure out how to get her down there.
There we go. There we go. Well, Justin, thank you for joining us, man. Like I said, guys, we are $9,500 away from our goal of raising $14,000. All of that money is going to be used towards kids to provide more opportunities, to fund these opportunities, to fund our scholarships, to get these kids to camp. If you donate any amount, you get a koozie between now and 6 o'clock. If you donate $75, you get NubAbility umbrella, which will keep you dry, especially on a day like today where it's pouring down rain. And you get a NubAbility Outdoors t-shirt. If you donate $35, you get the selfie light that will brighten up your darkest day. It can also probably work as a blood tracker, if you hold it. And then for anybody who donates $200 or more, you get the inspiration or encouragement pack, which has some inspirational quotes and sayings and messages from our equipment of some sort. Every bag is different, so you never know what you're going to get. It's a nice Nike backpack. If anything else, you can use it for work, whatever you want. And to go along with that, I'm giving you guys a copy of Game Changer: How to Thrive When Life Doesn't Go According to Plan. This is NubAbility's story. This isn't my story. This is the story of NubAbility. This is why NubAbility exists. Everything in this book helped to create this foundation and has impacted me to continue to serve these kids to the point where I will push my body till it's absolutely breaking point. And I have. And I will continue to do that because I love this foundation so much. I love these kids so much. And serve is another life change, and that's what it's about for us. Go to www.nubability.org. Donate the $10 that you were going to spend on Starbucks today. Donate it to NubAbility. I guarantee you the money that you give towards NubAbility will go further than that coffee gets you. It will mean more, it will impact more, and it will change more. Joining us on our live with Coach Rudy, and we're going to be talking our competitive shooting camp in Kerrville, Texas. It is a competitive shotgun, and so just another shooting sport. Opportunities as we can, so kids like Justin's will always have that chance to go and earn or learn confidence through sport and learn there's nothing that can hold them back. So, Justin, thank you for joining us, brother. Can't wait for the goose hunt. I think Tori and I are going to try and come down maybe a few weeks early and maybe get one in ourselves, depending on baby. But we're really excited, man. So thank you for joining us, brother. As always, I love you guys. Anything I can do for you, don't hesitate.
I'm glad to do it, buddy. Thanks. Love you guys too. And thanks for all you do, Sam. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
That was Justin Simmons, our lead guide for our snow goose hunt in Arkansas with Snows Unlimited. He's also our NubAbility dad, one of our recipients for the NubAbility Family of the Year in 2022. Absolute blessing to have the Simmons family, the whole Simmons family, Miss J.C. Baker, Sally Baker, probably going to miss Morgan. Every single member of that family has invested to see us grow. So please, today of all days, please reach out, go to NubAbility.org and donate today to serve a kid. www.nubability.org. Your dollar goes further today than it would tomorrow or yesterday. We want to serve as many kids as we can. We've got 16 camps on the schedule. We're only limited to what our funding is. And my plan is to do all 16 of these camps and serve as many lives as we can. We have already, since 2012, served over 1,700 different youth from 49 states and 11 countries. Hawaii, we're coming for you. I'm telling you, we're coming for you. But that's just the beginning. That's not the end. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to provide these opportunities because we believe in what we do. We love our kids. We can't wait to see our kids thrive. We're already seeing it take place. So please go out, support today. We're trying to raise $14,000. We want to help our kids in every way possible. 76% of our families were on scholarship last year. There's not another organization out there that gives this much to their families, takes losses just to get these kids out. About the money, we're about the kids. We want to serve as many as possible. So please, and then if you're a new family, go on our website. All of our camp schedules posted. Reach out. If you have any questions on any of them, you're wondering what sports are covered or anything like that that you don't see on the website, call us, email us, text me, whatever way. My phone number's out there everywhere. Some places I don't even know it's there. It's probably Craig. We want you guys here. We want your kids here. We want you to understand that this is a family that will love your kids and give everything they have to your kids until our last breath. So thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to switch to a video now. I'm going to let Justin hop off, and we're going to go to a video, and then we're going to get Sam. So, guys, God bless y'all. If I can figure it out, we're going to, because up next we've got the shooting camp. So let's see what we got for videos leading into the shooting camp here. Ooh, we got the hog hunt. We'll throw the hog hunt up there. All right. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 30 or 26 minutes.
Get up there. Huh? You want to stab him? Here you go. Here you go. You got to hold that. Got to go. All right, go ahead. Give it.
Set. Go.
No, I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. No, and I don't need to. I take a breath and breathe through all the stress and evil. We're all just different people. Stop making up excuses. You don't wanna challenge me, fool. Step onto the court and watch how fast I take the lead, dude. With speed too, NubAbility is the crew. Sam Cooner reaching heights that no one else has ever reached to, because he never quit trying to thread the needle. And when he steps up to the mound, you know he's pitching heat. Woo! I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lead up a NubAbility, athletics and agility. Welcome to the camp of perseverance and tranquility. We believe that you can be anything you have the will to be. Believe in yourself, in any competition you'll defeat. You could become a legend, like Bo Jackson or Pistol Pete. And should you take a loss, you gotta brush it off and still compete. Keep building your talents day and night, and even in your sleep. Dreams become reality if you reach within, go really deep. I have no excuses, I don't need to always on repeat. No matter what the challenge be, just don't give up and never cheat. Sam Cooner never did, cause giving up is too easy. I'm happy that he didn't, cause he found a NubAbility, a camp where we make friends who never limit capabilities. And if you're feeling shy, I hope our coaches make you feel at ease, or help bring out your inner beast. I hope you really feel this beat. I give it all I got, and I'm bringing all my energy. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. No, and I don't need to. I take a breath and breathe through all the stress and evil. We're all just different people. Stop making up excuses. You don't wanna challenge me, fool. Step onto the court and watch how fast I take the lead, dude. With speed too, NubAbility is the crew. Sam Cooner reaching heights that no one else has ever reached to, because he never quit. Trying to thread the needle, and when he steps up to the mound, you know he's pitching heat. Woo! I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose. Up in NubAbility, athletics and agility. Welcome to the camp of perseverance and tranquility. We believe that you can be anything you have the will to be. Believe in yourself, in any competition you'll defeat. You could become a legend, like Bo Jackson or Pistol Pete. And should you take a loss, you gotta brush it off and still compete. Keep building your talents day and night, and even in your sleep. Dreams become reality if you reach within, go really deep. I have no excuses, I don't need to always on repeat. No matter what the challenge be, just don't give up and never cheat. Sam Cooner never did, cause giving up is too easy. I'm happy that he didn't, cause he found it NubAbility. A camp where we make friends who never limit capabilities. And if you're feeling shy, I hope our coaches make you feel at ease, or help bring out your inner beast. I hope you really feel this beat. I give it all I got, and I'm bringing all my energy. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Welcome to NubAbility!
No, I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. No, and I don't need to. I take a breath and breathe through all the stress and evil. We're all just different people. Stop making up excuses. You don't wanna challenge me, fool. Step onto the court and watch how fast I take the lead, dude. With speed too, NubAbility is the crew. Sam Cooner reaching heights that no one else has ever reached to, because he never quit. Trying to thread the needle, and when he steps up to the mound, you know he's pitching heat. Woo! I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to. You know you're going to lose. Up in NubAbility, athletics and agility. Welcome to the camp of perseverance and tranquility. We believe that you can be anything you have the will to be. Believe in yourself, in any competition you'll defeat. You could become a legend, like Bo Jackson or Pistol Pete. And should you take a loss, you gotta brush it off and still compete. Keep building your talents day and night, and even in your sleep. Dreams become reality if you reach within, go really deep. I have no excuses, I don't need to always on repeat. No matter what the challenge be, just don't give up and never cheat. Sam Cooner never did, cause giving up is too easy. I'm happy that he didn't, cause he found it NubAbility. A camp where we make friends who never limit capabilities. And if you're feeling shy, I hope our coaches make you feel at ease, or help bring out your inner beast. I hope you really feel this beat. I give it all I got, and I'm bringing all my energy. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to know I can beat you. You know you're gonna need to, or else you're going to lose. I know I don't need to, you know you're going to lose.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.